Warning, this video does contain constant stuttering, so viewer discretion is advised. Before the video starts, I just want to say that subtitles are available, so if I misspell or mispronounce a word, make sure you have subtitles on just in case. Also, be sure to follow me on my socials, which will be linked in the description below. Thanks for listening and enjoy this video.
Off the Wall is ridiculous. Off the Wall, matter of fact, Pink Floyd's Off the Wall is better than Michael Jackson's Off the Wall.
Well, it's Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Whatever. Pink Floyd's Wall. Listen, Donald Trump's Wall is going to be better than Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. Okay? There's so many walls. John Wall is better than Off the Wall. Name any wall. I'll tell you that shit is better than Off the Wall. I might go so far as to say that Off the Wall is Michael Jackson's worst album.
When Michael Jackson began working on his album Off the Wall, rumors were already circulating about the declining popularity of his band of brothers, the Jacksons. This came after the significant success of the Jacksons' recent album, Destiny, which included the R&B hit Blame on the Boogie and the chart-topping mega hit Shake Your Body Down to the Ground, co-written by Michael and his younger brother Randy. The album peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Pop album charts and number 3 on the R&B charts, and was the first platinum album by the group. Despite the success, Destiny would be the last time the brothers would enjoy Michael's undivided attention. Michael released 4 solo albums with Motown, Got to Be There and Ben from 1972, Music in Me in 1973, and Forever Michael in 1975. But with Michael transferring to Epic Records, Michael seized the opportunity to start a new chapter of his career. Following the path the record company had projected for him, Michael set off his own to start a fresh chapter and create an album that reflected who he'd become both personally and musically. In 1977, while filming The Wiz while playing the Scarecrow and received critical acclaim for his performance, Michael met Quincy Jones, the musical supervisor and producer. Quincy is a record producer, manager, and trumpeter who at the time had his 5 latest albums peak at number 1 on the Billboard Jazz charts from 1973 to 1978, including Body Heat and Sounds and stuff like that. The Off the Wall album was recorded between December 1978 and June 1979 in 3 different studios in Los Angeles with Quincy Jones as producer. Rhythm tracks and vocals were recorded at Alan Zent's recording. The horn section's contribution took place at the Westlake Audio, and the string instrumentals was recorded at Cherokee Studios in West Hollywood. The album features songwriting contributions from Tom Baller, David Foster, Stevie Wonder, Paul McCartney, and Heatwave's Rob Temperton, alongside 3 tracks penned by Jackson himself. Although Off the Wall wasn't Michael's first solo album, it was the opportunity to start from scratch, put the Motown years and childhood stardom behind, and become arguably the most incredible performer in history. When Jackson began the Off the Wall project, he was not sure what he wanted as the final result. However, he did not wish to have another record that sounded like the Jacksons, but instead he wanted more creative freedom, something he had not been allowed on prior albums. Jackson's father Joseph also approved the project and allowed him to record it on the condition that it did not interfere with the group's business. Despite his brother's desires to work with him, Jackson wanted to make the album independently of his family. However, Michael made an exception and allowed his brother Randy to contribute percussion to Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Off the Wall from Michael Jackson. Off the Wall features 5 hit singles. Off the Wall, yes, it's more of that Michael Jackson magic. Off the Wall, another thriller from Michael Jackson.
Off the Wall was released on the 10th of August, 1979, and it peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Top LPs and Tape chart, and number 1 on the Billboard R&B Albums charts, staying at number 1 on the latter charts for 16 weeks. An enormous commercial success, it was the 3rd best-selling album of 1980 in the United States and the United Kingdom. Off the Wall sold 3 million copies in the United States alone before the end of 1979, while the Jacksons were still on tour. Off the Wall is certified 9 times platinum in the US and has sold over 20 million copies worldwide. And it has gained platinum certifications in 11 other countries. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough was released on July 10, 1979 under Epic Records, which was Michael Jackson's first solo single, not released under Motown Records. The song topped the Billboard Hot 100 on October 10, making it Jackson's first solo #1 single since Ben 77 years prior. Musically, it is credited as a disco funk song. The song introduced Jackson's falsetto voice and vocal hiccup, becoming one of Jackson's signature techniques. When Jackson's mother, Katherine Jackson, a devout Jehovah's Witness, heard the song, she was shocked by the lyrical content and felt that the title would be misconstrued as about sexual activity. But Jackson reassured her that the song did not reference sex, but could mean whatever people wanted to. Upon playing the recording to Quincy Jones, it was agreed that the song would be featured on Off the Wall. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough earned Jackson his first solo Grammy Award, winning Best Male R&B Vocal Performance at the 1980 Grammy Awards. It was also nominated for Best Disco Recording. The song also received Favorite Soul and R&B Single at the 1980 American Music Awards.
Oh, this is wonderful again. I'm really happy. 3 really makes me happy. I don't want to make a big speech or anything because I know Dick Clark. Okay, thank you very much.
Rock With You also reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Michael Jackson's third #1 single of his career, and it also reached the top spot on the R&B charts. It spent 4 consecutive weeks at #1 starting July 19, 1980, and was the 4th biggest single of 1980. In February of 1980, the album's title track was released as a single, went to number 10 on the Billboard's Hot 100 chart, and became a top 10 hit in 4 countries. She's Out of My Life was also released after that, reaching number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in June. The song was also one of Jackson's slowest songs, with a tempo of 66 beats per minute. A significant moment in the song occurs near the end when Michael Jackson begins to break down in tears when he sings the word life. Although he had attempted to record the song's last few moments with emotional resistance, after numerous tries, he continued to end the rendition the same, by breaking down in tears. Producer Quincy Jones subsequently let Jackson's tearful recording stand. And so, Off the Wall became the first album by a solo artist to generate 4 US top 10 hits. Critical reception of Off the Wall was overwhelmingly positive. Musical publications praised Jackson's maturity and transition from his Motown material. Reviewers lauded his vocal prowess, describing his voice as extinguishingly agile and comparing him to legendary performers like Stevie Wonder. The album's danceable grooves and Jackson's charismatic delivery solidified his reputation as a formidable force in popular music. Off the Wall marked a pivotal moment in Michael Jackson's career, propelling him to new heights of success and artistic freedom. It showcased his evolution as a musician, his desire to break away from past expectations, and his ability to captivate audiences with his unique vocal style and infectious melodies. The album's enduring impact and critical acclaim cemented Jackson's status as a music icon, laying the foundation for even greater achievements in the years to come.
His hit single, Off the Wall. Yes, it's more of that Michael Jackson magic. Off the Wall, another thriller from Michael Jackson.